This shirt is orange. I'm in the woods. You know, I started to dance. I used to have no rhythm. I used to have no fucking dance ability as far as I was concerned. None. And one day I was just like, yo, I want to do the robot. I can do the robot because it was like a mathematical thing. It was like a and all you do is like move, pop, move, pop, move, pop. So I did that. I started doing that. I was like, yo, I'm a robot dance master. I used to put that on my resume in LA. Well, all over the place. That's one of my special skills. So I was watching Michael Jackson because I was like, if I can dance like Michael Jackson, then that means I'm a good dancer. I just pick, that's usually what I do in life. If I want to get good at something, I look at whoever is the best of the best and I emulate them, I mimic them. Like I seek to become as good as they are at it. I watch the way they behave and look for their motivation and then take their motivation and use that in that field. The arms up in the air is big too. If you're dancing, you... Another good tactic is count the beats in your head, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And keep breathing out your mouth. Dancing 102. Boy, that's fucking... Dancing all night's the shit, man. Which is why I like MDMA, ecstasy. No, it's not. That's not why I like it. I've just taken it a couple times and it was kind of cool, though it drained my serotonin and it was like fucking rigid and awful the week after I took it twice in a weekend, and I haven't really taken it since. But the reason I like to dance all night is that I mean, it's a workout, dude, and it's so worth it. Yeah, I like drugs. I like food and drugs and experimenting with chemicals in my body. But primarily I want to stay healthy and help people. There's a lot of medicines that are labeled drugs and then banned by the US government, like psilocybin mushrooms and LSD. And then there's a lot of medicines that are called drugs and made legal, or drugs that are, you know, like Prozac or Wellbutrin or, you know, a lot of other ones. So just because the government says it's okay doesn't mean that that's the good one and everything else is bad. Like, you got to kind of decide for yourself what's good and bad. There's a lot of drugs that do a lot of different things to your body. But don't be afraid of them. I mean, there's a lot of drugs that I haven't taken that I plan on never taking, like heroin. I've never taken heroin. Everything I hear about heroin is bad. Everyone, they say it is bad, bad, bad. Do not take it. Do not use it. So to me, that's like, heroin's probably as good for you as slitting your throat. So I haven't taken it, don't plan on taking it, not going to take it. I can say, and it's funny because I try not to be too hard on myself and too harsh on what I am and am not going to do, because, you know, that's what makes hypocrites when someone's like, I will never do that, and then 2 years later or 10 years later you see them doing it. So like, I can't say never, but I have no interest in it, or in a lot of things like that, like heavily addictive drugs or heavily destructive behaviors I'm not really into. But when you hear enough good things about something from enough different people, then you can start to think for yourself and think maybe, like LSD. I mean, Terrence McKenna talks about the benefits of LSD, like that was his life's journey basically, and he was a brilliant doctor, brilliant, you know, arguably a scientist. chemist or whatever he was. And I tried LSD a few times, and it's amazing. It's really good for you if you're healthy and in a good space. Like, it made me want to get the crap out of my stomach. Like, I could feel like, I was like, oh, why did I eat all that stuff? I don't need that stuff. I could see the walls moving, and I knew that it was just because my body was moving. As you breathe in and out, your body expands and contracts, so everything around you is going to look like it's moving in and out, but that's just because you are. You know, you see it through your own lens, and that's something to keep in mind. It's all your brain's processing information. Mushrooms are toxic, but a little bit of toxic is like, you know, antibiotics are kind of toxic. They kill bacteria, but they're toxic in a good way, kind of. They kill what you don't want in your body, and some poisons can help you greatly. Aspirin kind of is a little toxic. If you eat a lot of it, it's very toxic. I'm out in nature, so I'm talking about natural medicines. Some things I would like to try in the future. Peyote. It's a cactus, and apparently it's like a medicine used by Native Americans and South Americans, like native tribes and stuff use it as like helps people get off, it helps people like face their demons and I think get off of addictions and, you know, free up, like, kind of be reborn in a sense that they become like, you know, refreshed and not addicted to whatever. There's another an African medicine that's like that you take, and you go on this crazy journey and like come out of it and like have no addictive tendencies after that. Apparently it like purges you of your addictions. Natural medicines, baby. So this South American, I think Uruguay, is the first government to start selling marijuana to its population, which I thought was that country over there in Europe was doing that. What's that? You know, that place where all drugs are legal over there? That fucking in Norway or something? I don't know. But I guess Uruguay is like is the one. So that's kind of cool. And then at the same time, I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing these to you or to myself. And do not overdo it. Go slow. If you're ever going to try anything, any new foods, if it's a new food, just taste it. You don't have to fucking put a huge thing in your mouth and then be grossed out. Everything there's a reason that everything exists, you know? You can become immune to pretty much any toxin. Pretty powerful creatures. Break! This shit becomes toxic if you drink too much of it. Tastes like cake. I think because of the plastic, and because some of that icing has like plastic in it. Alright, well, see you later.